Hey guys, Alexander Bax here. Today I'm gonna be covering you guys my final and last level 99 character. This was the last one of the 7. I have got this sword to 99 in the season 4 as well. In the season 2 we covered the Amazon and the Necromancer. In season 3 we got the Assassin, Paladin and Druid. And now I covered in the last video the Barbarian, and for last will be this video here, the Sorceress. If you guys want to support my channel, please like this video, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? Thank you for the support, guys. So yeah, this is the gameplay of the Lightning Sorceress. For those who doesn't still know, this is the Lightning Nova Sorceress, right? This is a terror zone. I'm only doing P2 now. This is why like it's melting the monsters, right? I barely need to static them, right? This is a level 96 terror zone. The way I got this 99 was the same way as all the other characters. I put 7 loaders in my game, and with those 7 loaders I get the game to be a player's 8 game, right? And that way I maximize the experience I earn from killing monsters, right? But it also makes the monsters harder. They have more life and they are very much stronger, right? So this in here is the players 2 version of it. As you can see, it melts the monsters, right? In players 2, it's like, for me this is one of the fastest. This and the Martial Assassin. In my hands, like me playing the game, I think I am faster with a Lightning Sorceress, okay? In a Java Zone, it's all like, all 3 are like very fast, right? Java Zone, Martial Assassin, and the Lightning Sorceress. But I feel that the Lightning Sorceress, to me, it's more pleasant, you know? I have a better experience playing it. I have a better control of what my damage output is. It just feels better, right? Like you just clear these terror zones like pretty nice and safe, right? So this is the gameplay, right? I use my Nova. I could use some static field to bring the Pack's lives down, right? And then I just Nova them to kill. Okay guys, so let's start with the items here. I am a self-wielding Infinity Sword, so I made this Infinity myself, and I got a less 54 to enemy lightning resistance roll. That's the most important roll. You want in your Infinity to be the highest possible. The perfect roll is less 55, mine is less 54, it's pretty good, it's almost there, right? One off perfect, but this is the line, it matters for us, the self-wielding Infinity, right? I got this perfect roll Griffon. I traded it because it was my last character, so I just felt like gearing it the best possible, and I'm gonna keep this gear as a trophy, right? So I decided on trading for the perfect one and a blue jewel for the style points, right? I also got the blue jewel on a perfect rolled Viper Mage. You can also choose to use a Ormus to get more damage output, like a +3 Nova, 15 lightning damage. Then you put a 5/5 facet on it and it gets 20% lightning damage, right? But then the Ormus, it will be 20% faster cast rate, okay? The skin of Viper Mage is 30 faster cast rate, so it's easier because then your amulet can be only 10% faster cast rate, right? If you go the way of the Ormus, you will probably want to get a 220 faster cast rate amulet, okay? Since I am using the Viper Mage, I feel that it's a better balance between defense, right? Because the magic damage reduced by 13, it's a very important layer of resistance. Since we are playing with an energy shield source, all the magic damage or just damage reduced you can get, the flat one, it's the best for your build, right? So my amulet is a 210 Sorceress, right? 10% faster cast rate, 14 LRS. I am using 2 Stone of Jordans. You want to get the the maximum mana you can, right? Because since our build is based on energy shield and we got 95% of our damage taken on our energy or our mana, you want to scale the most mana as you can, right? So I am using 2 Stone of Jordans, 1 Arachnid Mesh, plus 1 20 faster cast rate. This is the best option, like there's nothing better than this to the belt. The gloves I am using Mage Fist. You gotta use the Mage Fist because you want to get the 105 breakpoint, right? And that's the only reason. It's also really good because the 25% mana regen and the plus 1 fire skills, it will give us 1 more level to warmth that will give us more mana regen, right? Our mana pool is gonna be our effective HP, right? So as much regen as we can get, it's really good because we can make our mana always stay full, right? My boot here, I am using a crafted caster boot. I know some people will argue that it's a lot better and simpler to get like a sandstorm track, right? To get 20% faster hit recovery, 70% poison reduce, right? Poison resistance. It is very nice if you can get your hands on a sandstorm track like Ethereal. It's very, very good. I wanted to try out with the caster boot because I feel that the flat mana, the percentage increased mana, and the regen mana, it makes my effective HP goes a lot higher, right? And I also got my hands on one, like I was crafting a bunch of them, and this one came with 31% poison res and fire res, and also a little bit of dexterity. Dexterity is kind of useless for us. If you get a good torch and a good annihilus, you will be able to use all of your items anyway, right? So I got my hands on this one. 20 mana could be better, right? I could have gotten one with higher mana, maybe with some faster hit recovery, a higher poison resist, right? That would be better, but this one was really good to me. I am almost at 5,000 mana with my BO Barb battle orders. It is really, really good, right? My torch here is a 2020 Sorc. Like I said before, I wanted this Sorc to be as perfect as possible, so I got a perfect torch for her. When it becomes a non-ladder character, I can just use the perfect Annihilus that I got the last season on my druid. I identified it and it came 2020-10, but for now I'm using this 2018-10. I am using the Crack of the Heavens to get the Sunder of the lightning immunity of the monsters, right? So it breaks the lightning immunity. And the other charms I got is like lightning skillers with faster hit recovery. I still missed to get one of them faster hit recovery, so I'm using life, the last one. The last two is giving 30 life and 28, right? I wanted to get another faster hit recovery because it's very important that you get yourself to the 86% faster hit recovery breakpoint, right? That's why most of people uses the Sandstorm track in the first place in the boots, because the Sandstorm track gives you 20% faster hit recovery, right? It gets a lot easier to get that 86% faster hit recovery. So yeah, but I chose the path of getting it with the GCs, right? So I'm still missing one, I know, like I should have gotten it. It's really important. The faster hit recovery 86 breakpoint is like a must. But since I had so much mana, I didn't feel like I was taking that much of damage in my mana. My regen was so high that I could tank the mobs with my Merc Insight. It was pretty safe. As long as I didn't forget to turn my energy shield on, and I didn't face like packs of souls, right? In Act 5, like Bale, World Stone Keep level 2, or River, Frost River, or the river in like Anya, right? If I didn't get those souls to hit me, it was fine, you know? Or Bale itself, like Bale is really, really rippy for this build, guys, because he has that fire laser that he shoots. It goes like a straight line of fire, and it drains your mana like woof. It drains your mana super fast. So if you can avoid battling with Bale, it's gonna be good for you, okay? Like I said, in the small charms, I got some with faster hit recovery, right? Like I needed to get the breakpoint for 86, and I have some lightning resists. I know I could have been using those like mana. For example, this one, it's not perfect, but it's good. It's 19 life, 14 mana. The best one is 20 life, 17 mana. You could fill it up in here. I could probably get up to like 5 point something thousand mana, right? But I wanted to keep my resistance either positive or at least near the zero, you know, because sometimes I actually forgot to turn my energy shield, and if I didn't have this resistance, I would be dead, right? That's a fact. Like I forgot to turn my energy shield like 15 times, and I almost died all of those times until I get 99. Was very scary, because sometimes you just are like farming for too many hours, or like you are just not paying much attention, and you get the BO and you forget to turn on your energy shield, right? The energy shield is a very important part for our build. That's why we are using in the offhand a memory staff. The memory staff, it's built on a +3 energy shield that will put us in a +3 sorceress, +6 energy shield, meaning that this will add us 9 skills to our energy shield. So every time I battle orders my barb, I get this amazing mana pool, right? And I got the +1. And I got the +1 skills to my energy shield, right? If you see here, like in my lightning skills, I got to put energy shield until I hit the level 40. The level 40, you get 95 absorb, right? You gotta get your skill up to level 40. That's why we use the memory, because if I had just my infinity here, I would need to put extra 9 points in it. Even if I maxed it, because the base now is 12, right? Even if I max it to level 20, it would still not be 95, right? So that's why we use the memory. We save a lot of points, and we can also get, for example, in my memory, I get the shivered armor, so I don't need to put any extra points in cold armors, right? I can just use them while holding my memory and also my thunderstorm, and that's my buff stat stick, right? The memory. So going to the skills, I don't have anything on code, right? The only code I get is shivered armor from my memory, so I don't need to put any points in there. In lightning skills, I maxed out static field because it's the synergy from Nova, right? So I maxed static field, I maxed Nova, I maxed lightning mastery, and I maxed telekinesis. Telekinesis is the synergy from energy shield, and it will make you take less damage on your mana, right? So you gotta max telekinesis. It's really important. That makes you, when you are like hit from monsters, they don't deal much damage to your mana. As you can see, you become more safe in your mana, because they don't drain your mana super high, right? So it's a must for you to max telekinesis, maybe even before anything else, right? This will make your sword a lot safer. And 40 points in energy shield, max Nova, max static field, and max lightning mastery, right? I put 1 point wonder into thunderstorm because I feel it helps me a little bit with like bosses, right? When I precast it with my memory, it goes to 3.6 thousand to 5.2 thousand damage. It durates for the whole game, like it's 11 minute duration. It's a really good skill, and it kills the monsters or elites or like bosses. It helps a lot, you know. It helps a lot with the single target. The rest of the points I put in warmth. The warmth, I got it up to level 13, the base, and it's awesome, dude. For this build, the warmth is awesome. It makes the mana recovery rate goes to 330 at level 99, which is a lot, you know, it's a lot. And this makes my regen goes up to 907%, right? Because the mercenary. In the mercenary, I'm using a prayer mercenary. So in the mercenary, Wahid here is a very important piece of the build. He is very, very, very much appreciated. This guy here is amazing. It synergizes with the build in an awesome way. I got the prayer merc with the insight and the cure helmet, right? What does that do? If you get in the paladin, you will see that the prayer has synergies both with cleansing and with the meditation, right? What does it do? It makes that so every time you're using a meditation, it applies the regen of your prayer, and every time you're using cleansing, it also applies the regen of prayer. That makes our mercenary have 3 prayers turned on at the same time, right? So it triples the amount of life regen. This helps a lot if we get any damage past our energy shield. It just gets like instantly regenerated, right? So yeah, and the meditation on the weapon is amazing. That's why like I prefer to self-wield an infinity, because then with the insight of my mercenary, I get so much mana recovery that I become super safe. Okay, so that's why I feel that self-wielding is super safe. You deal a lot more damage. It also, if you deal a lot more damage, you are safer, right? Because then you just stomp the monsters before they kill you, right? And the meditation aura in our mercenary is a very big portion of your defense. So if Wahid die, you just leave game, or you just go down and you get them. You get the higher as soon as possible, okay? Same for the cure, right? The cure, the cleansing aura is really great. It removes curses, it reduces the duration of poison, which is big for this build. Like the only thing that passes through our energy shield is the poison, right? So that's why this mercenary is so important. It reduces the duration of the poison, and it has prayer. The prayer regen will fight with the poison damage. That way your life will be always full. Even though you get a big poison on you, with the cure removing the poison fast, and with your prayer mercenary, like 3 times prayer, it will be fine. You will have your life full all the time. And for the armor, I have made these Chains of Honor. The Chains of Honor is really good because it has 8% life stolen per hit. It's the only armor in the game besides like other crappy ones, for example Skin of the Flayed, right? Skin of the Flayed, Skin of the Flayed Demon Hide armor, I think. It's a armor that gives you life leech, or the Bone Flesh Plate Mail. It's another unique that gives you life leech. But they're both bad, right? The Chains of Honor is amazing. It gives also +2 to all skills. It will give +2 for prayer. If I remove here, you see the prayer goes to level 19, right? So yeah, like it gives him better prayer, right? And this prayer, it's awesome. It's makes us regen our life so much, right? Also gives him like damage reduction and a lot of resistance, right? So the best for this build is to use a Chains of Honor in our mercenary. So yeah, that's it for the build, guys. Pretty simple. It's a very powerful build. I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, please don't remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. I really appreciated this run. It was really fast. I think it took me like 6 days to get it to 99, and was my favorite one. Of course, like Lightning Sorceress has been my favorite build since 1.09, when I used to use Shafted Stop with it, and Storm Shield, and you know, Shaco and stuff. It was a very fun build since then. and it's still my favorite build in the game. Like Lightning Sorceress is just perfect, the best build in the game. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I see you in the next one.